2. The Inspired ARCA Series descends upon Nashville for the first round of the playoffs tonight. So right now, Shane Hart leading the way. As I just said, that Colt Ward, top of the board, almost a whole tenth faster than Shane Hart. I forgot I gotta do one thing. Radio check.
Negative.
10-4.
Let's not joke about that.
With a half a minute left, Colt Ward holds the fastest spot right now in practice with a 29.474. Shane Hart's 29.545. Puts him in second.
That.
And I am trying to talk. Like, Jesus. Wish I could turn the chat off. Hayden Williams goes in third with 29.626. Chris Lyotta, 29.8. I believe that was done.
I mean, if Kurt couldn't hear there, he wouldn't have silenced it.
Oh, as practice is concluded, Colt Ward top of the board. Shane Hart second, Hayden Williams third, Mike Hauser fourth, Cade Cannon in fifth. And who will be the first driver to post a lap? Cade Cannon rolling out first onto the grid. Ooh. I gotta admit, I love the paint job. I really do. So right now, Cade Cannon will be the first one to post a lap, followed by Shane Hart. Well, black flag, so Hart will not be making his qualifying lap will not count. Jordan Jorno in third, Josh Anderson fourth, Darcy Hart fifth, and on down through the field. Hayden Williams will be next up. But right now, Cade's going to post a lap to beat. First, Cade will come into the night second in the points after the playoff reset. Only with 2 wins of the season, both at Phoenix and USA, both short tracks. Going to be interesting to see if Cade can hang on to get the win at some other than a short track. In Cannon's first lap, 29.860. Jordo will slide in second. Josh Harrison, top of the board. A.J. Thompson will knock Darcy down to the top 5. Mike Hauser to 4. Jesse Glover 7th. Elijah Fisher slides in at 9th. Several drivers already putting down lap time. 16 drivers on hand for tonight's event. See that James Hadaway making his debut tonight on the Raging Idiot Racing Network in the Inspired ARCA Series. Still drivers still qualify. Aaron Stanton, Hayden S. Williams, Kurt Gibson are the remaining drivers to qualify. Shane Hart nor Colton Ward's lap counted due to the black flag. Kurt Gibson goes in 13th quickest. Right on board with Kurt. But really wanting to hear how he has to work the gas through here. A little high against the wall at the line. Gibson to cut it. Does he improve? Seventh quickest, 29.92. With that being said, while we wait on some of the other drivers to come in, we will.
Love seeing just punted. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Look at the points going into tonight.
Hit on Chad. I thought I was on the options menu. I wasn't.
I wish I can beat this chat. Looking at the points tonight, Aaron Stanton on top plus 34. K Cannon up by 23. Jordan
Roval turtle.
Jordan Jorno third, coming in 10 points above the cut line. Stephen Henning Jr. will hold the Covenant 4 spot plus 8. Mike Hauser out by 8. Elijah Fisher out by 9. Chris Laota out by 11. And A.J. Thompson out by 21 points. This is the road to the Final Four. And while we got time, we'll go ahead and look at the schedule remaining for the ARCA series. Tonight it starts in Nashville. Then we'll go to Michigan, Darlington, and Kansas, July 19th, 26th, and August 2nd. Afterwards, the Final Four will be determined after Kansas. And then we'll be going to Homestead August 9th. Championship weekend. Well, championship week, I should say. For the finale for the ARCA series, where 4 drivers will pretty much take it in a winner take all. So that's to come. See if we can't get Kate Cannon in here. Kate Cannon, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Really, Mike?
Yes, sir.
Well, buddy, starting on pole tonight, how do you feel like your chances are going into the night? Do you feel like you can extend your points gap coming into the night plus 23 to the good? Just how do you feel the car is going to handle? How does the car even handle during a long run? What's the strategy tonight?
I feel like personally I want to try to stay up front, if not leading, at least like up there, just in case any like stuff goes down and everything. I feel comfortable here. Nashville, I haven't raced to in the ARCA yet, but like other cars I've had, I felt comfortable in, and it was just kind of easy. So I'm hoping it goes well. But all in all, I think we have a good chance for tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, hopefully we get to see. And by the way, it's about the best paint job you've brought out here so far. I really love it. So hopefully it does not get crunched up tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
There.
Yes, sir. Kay Cannon starting from the pole tonight. And now Race Control's got to do his thing. All right, everybody, welcome to Nashville Super Speedway. 5 sets of tires, 4 in the pits, 4 on your car. 134 laps, pace car speed limit 55, pit road speed limit a measly 45. 1 fast repair. Best of luck to everybody. Give me 1 second here, folks, while we get stuff going. Wait for the cars to roll off here.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Okay, Cannon rolling us off here. We'll go through the starting grid momentarily. All right. Starting lineup for tonight, 134 laps here at Nashville Super Speedway. Ken Cannon on pole, Jordan Jorno starting second, James Hadaway in third, Josh Anderson fourth, AJ Thompson, a very strong run for the 18 car, has a lot of work to do as he comes in the 8th seed out by 21. Mike Hauser in 6th, Kurt Gibson and Jesse Glover 7th to 8th, Stephen Henning, Elijah Fisher 9th to 10th, Darcy Hart, Chris Loda. That is your fast 12. Still some more drivers to go through, however. Bobby Hadaway, Colt Ward, 13th, 14th. Shane Hard, not involved in the playoffs, but looking to really be a threat to all the playoff drivers for the next few weeks. He'll start 15th. Next to the points leader coming in tonight, Aaron Stanton in 16th. Hayden Williams rounds out the field in the 17th position. There's some nice paint jobs out there tonight. I love that High Rock Vodka with Jordan Jorno, Cade's car is very nice. For some reason, I dig the pink Dollar General on James Hadaway. AJ Thompson Fallout. Oh, Jesse Glover, that's a badass looking paint job. Excuse my language, but that's the only way to describe it. Well, they show up, the stars show up in Nashville. 134 laps, we will see a much clearer playoff picture. Who gets up there, who does not. K Cannon bringing it down to the restart zone. We are rolling from Nashville. A bit of a very clean start for K Cannon. He'll immediately jump out to the lead. Charles Anderson trying to make some up in third already, so Chevy 1, 2, and 3. Off of turn 4, K. Cannon will lead the first lap. Got Jordan already fighting back on that outside. We'll see a lot out of that 84. We'll see a lot out of a lot of drivers. Josh Anderson, one of them, not involved in the playoffs, trying to make up some ground. Will pretty much just be like Shane Hart, Colt Ward, just being a factor in all of this. But right now, Cade Cannon at Halo number 9 Chevrolet, rocketing up to the, trying to get away from him. 4/10 of a second, cars on rails as we stay. Bit of a separation from 4th to 5th already. AJ Thompson
saved it, but
AJ Thompson, you see Kurt Gibson really holding up the 51 of Stanton and others. James Hadaway, this is the battle 46 spot. 5th, I should say. But really, it just shows 3 cars, but it just doesn't justify about another 2 or 3 more really in contention for this. Aaron Stanton, Shane Hart both trying to make up ground here. Look on back through the field. See Hayden Williams, another one there, really trying to make up ground. Jesse Glover trying to keep ground under, and Stephen Henning's been a slow last couple of weeks for Stephen Henning. Since the playoffs started, Henning has not been the normal, consistent self that we're used to seeing, hoping to really turn that around for ARCA and for Cup. 129 to go. Cade Cannon has almost opened up a second lead here. Josh Anderson able to get around Jordan Jorno for third. Right now, Cade Cannon holds the fastest lap at a 29.617. Well, looking back to the field.
Same thing.
I believe Jesse Glover had a little bit of contact with the wall. We'll look at it here. They did, just got a little too high. A little too high to track. Eventually runs out of room as it's gotten to narrow back up for the straightaway, and he gets it again. Glover had a strong qualifying run, but right now the car not really handling to his liking. Stephen Henning Jr. 2X for Henning. Hitting the exact same thing, though I got to say maybe slightly harder. The driver's already trying to make up time. Meanwhile, if you're Cade Cannon, you're just trying to, you ain't got to worry about time right now. Cannon a second lead.
Wait, Steven, were you asking me a question? I didn't hear it.
Jordan Joyner really wheeling it in there. The driver, the 84, came in tonight, holding on to third, only 10 to the good. Right now, Mike Hauser, another playoff rival, trying to get around. Joyner for third, really wants to get around Henderson as well. Right on board with Josh Henderson. Jorno not really nowhere to be seen at the moment. We'll see if we can't get a nose. That might. Well, there's Jorno just stuck in our blind spots. But right now, driver's just trying to find their groove, find what's working for him. Aaron Stanton right now has come from about 16th spot up to the top 5. Your biggest movers of the race since the start. Aaron Stanton up 11. Colton Ward, Hayden Williams up 7 spots from where they started tonight. Shane Har up 4. They're your biggest movers of the race so far. I believe Kurt Gibson suffered the same fate as what the first two did. We'll look at it. Up high, and just, I mean, it straightens out so much. Drivers going to have to really be aware of how that wall runs if you're wanting to risk running up top like Hayden is now or AJ Thompson. Oh, James Hadaway, what a save! What a save by James Hadaway. How about AJ Thompson now? AJ trying to defend every spot he has. Currently bleeding spots. Gets into the wall a little bit. Almost makes contact with the floor of Elijah Fisher. Fisher now immediately slides up in front of AJ. Now looks under Colton Ward. Fisher, one of them on the rise. Didn't have the best qualifying lap that we're accustomed to seeing for the driver of the 4. But right now, Fisher up 3 spots from where he started. They're using Colton Ward up just a little bit. No foul. How about Shane Hart coming from deep in the field? Right now, everybody chasing this man, Cade Cannon, out in front by almost 2 seconds. Just over 1.5. I mean, if you're Cannon, I mean, really, you're wanting to try to preserve the lead that you have. We'll look at his lap times. And that's what it's like compared to Josh Henderson. Cade on the top, Henderson on the bottom. And every lap, Henderson is in red. That's just how much Cade is faster. So you gotta think, because you see Cade now, we're actually gonna get an update here, see how much quicker. Henderson up by 10th, so you got to wonder. We look back at Indy, how Cannon started off so great at Indy, but he used up his tires early. It cost him all that track position, never fully recovered. Henderson now a 10th faster than the 9 of Cannon. But as the 9 already burned up his stuff 16 laps in, trying to get a early caution. We'll have to see. But right here should be updating, and there you see Henderson, though a little bit of a significance in the lap time, still faster than Cannon and Cumming. Get one more lap here and see what it looks like. You also can look at a ticker and tell. Looks like Henderson's really able to get in and off the corner a lot better than Cannon. The lap time here ought to be a massive difference. Not really. Well, let's ride on board with Josh Henderson and see how he works the throttle here. Actually gave up just a little bit of time through 3 and 4. Is going to let Cannon open up that lead just a little bit more. Yeah, but look how much he can, well, about to say, look how much he can gain on entry. Sounds like Henderson a little bit loose off the corner. Right now, 18 laps, caution free for the moment. Aaron Stanton's on the charge, up 13 spots after starting in the back. Damn, Jorno! Almost ran Mike Hauser into the grass, just caught it off the camera here. And they've still really been battling for this 4th spot. Pretty much just a get-go. Jorno will finally concede the spot to Hauser for the moment. Jorno now running in 5th. Colt Moore, Elijah Fisher, Shane Hart, Hayden Williams, all of them trying to come from the back. Right now, here's the battle for 7th. See Shane Hart and Hayden Williams both up 8 spots where they started this event. And Fisher still to the outside of Hart. We know Shane Hart ain't got nothing to lose. It's much like Colton and Hayden. It's just pretty much trophy hunting right now. For Shane Hart, he will focus on the cup side of things. Right now, Kay Cannon. Josh is really trying to cut into this lead. Really is. He's going to try to get a great run off the corner, and it gains ever so slightly. But right now, as far as who has the best car right now, I believe either Kate Cannon or Aaron Stanton, one of the two, has the best lap or has the best car right now. Of course, Stanton started in the back. We mentioned it already. We talked about the biggest movers. We'll talk about the biggest droppers since the start of the green flag. A.J. Thompson running in 11th, battling Kirk Gibson for that spot. Has dropped back 6. Gibson's dropped back 5, actually. James Hadaway, after a massive save earlier in the race, has dropped back to 10 spots. Jesse Glover down by 8, and Darcy Hard down by 6. I mean, right now, a lot of drivers probably trying to get used to this track. It's a very unique track in its own right. It does not necessarily drive as good as what some would think it does. A lot of braking goes into this. It's one of them tracks you got to be very particular over. 110 to go, and Cade Kennan has led every lap so far. It's going to be 109 at the line. Elijah Fisher's in the pits. We talked to Shane Hart at the top of the show as Fisher in. Perhaps I don't really see a strategy calling this early in the running. We'll have to see what's up with the 4. But Shane Hart said at the top of the show, talked to him right before the race, you can get anywhere from 42 to 44 laps on a tank of gas. Right now we're approaching lap 26 for everybody except Fisher. So perhaps if you can get 42 to 48 is a great number to go by. 42 to 48 laps on a tank of gas, it can easily become a tire game at this point. Right now, Elijah Fisher is rolling back out onto the track. However, he will be one lap down. So, the Ford needing a caution. We'll have to get word into why. Your playoff drivers as they run. Cade Cannon in first. The points leader, Aaron Stanton, right now running third. Mike Hauser right behind him in fourth. There's Hauser. You got to go on down through the field. Jordan Jorno running in sixth. Seventh now, I should say. Stephen Henning Jr. in ninth. Then we'll got to go down a little bit more. There's A.J. Thompson right now running in the 11th spot. Right behind the Hataways, Chris Lyota in 14th spot. And of course, you just saw Elijah Fisher having to pit in the 17th spot. That is where your playoff drivers run at the moment. Right now, it's all Cade Cannon leading for right now. We're going to take a quick break here and be right back from the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, we are back. Back to live coverage for the Inspired ARCA series, and for Elijah Fisher, if something does not happen here soon, Fisher will be fighting Jesse Glover, possibly Darcy Harr for the free pass. As in about a handful of laps, I feel like Cannon will catch the 96 of Glover. And there you see Glover way up there across the start-finish line. Of course, Cade Cannon was right on board winning the winner from Phoenix and the USA International. That's how Cannon was successfully able to lock himself into a playoff spot. Right now, it really is opening up the gap on Josh Henderson. 100 to go here from Nashville into Music City. Doesn't go around. No spin, technically, keeping it green. The Thompson in the pits. Cade Cannon still leads. Jesse Glover just coming out of the pits, so either that or Glover's trying to come into the pits more, I should say. Be great for Elijah Fisher. You got to think. I just wonder, was it a strategy game that Fisher wanted to pit early? It's really hard to say. Fisher will inherit the free pass spot. Meanwhile, Kurt Gibson made more contact with the wall, I believe. Same mistake that himself and 2 or 3 other drivers have made tonight. Gibson right now running in the 10th position. We can't get a word with Josh Henderson through here. Josh Henderson, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Copy, Garrett. What's up?
Not a whole lot. I guess you're going to be my in-race reporter for the 2nd straight week. Oh, God, you're in a hornet's nest right now. I'll make this quick,
Yeah, trying
buddy.
to hold up my brother.
I'll make this quick then, buddy. 39 laps into this run. About what time can we expect some of you guys to come in?
It looks like about 5 more laps here. 4 to 5 more laps, really. I think some guys are going to start pitting this lap even, so we'll see here. But yeah, tires are just now starting to kick in. It really felt like they didn't go anywhere for the longest time, but yeah, Aaron's got to run here to my bumper. He'll take it.
All right, buddy.
He's to my inside.
All right, buddy. Well,
How's
I'll
that for
let you
in-race
go here.
reporting?
Yeah,
Oh, he
very
slided
great.
up. He had to get out of it. Mike's going to follow him through here. We're going to drag race down the back stretch. Yeah, hope you're having fun, Garrett. We're finally getting racy up here.
Finally. Right now, Kate Cannon dominating the whole thing. So we'll focus in on y'all. Best of luck. I'll let you concentrate now.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Yep. Josh, oh God, Henderson off the wall. That's exactly why I didn't want to do that. Keeps it straight for the moment. We keep it green. What do we get with Mike Hauser? Yep. Hard to say if both cars are hurt. Hauser's
Fitness time, 43 fitness time.
well, Mike Hauser's coming in, so. All right, I know not to do that no more.
$52 pit.
Okay. Phew.
Sorry, Kurt, I didn't think I was getting to that quick.
Well, several drivers coming in now. You see it. We're actually going to. Both the Hataways are in this
Jesse,
time.
when you go on the one here, please say hi. Take it there.
So right now we'll change up the leaderboard for just a little bit here. See, so several drivers in pitting in, some staying out. Elijah Fisher trying to cycle around and possibly become the leader. We'll have to see how his strategy works out. AJ Thompson back on track, 3 down. Cade Cannon still continues to lead.
84 pitting.
27 pitting this time. 9 this time.
There you hear it. So we're going to have Jorno, we're going to have Stanton, and then we're going to have our leader.
21.
Cade Cannon, Shane Har will be in this time. Oh, Cannon, hold on to her, buddy. No.
Pitting in this time.
Cannon keeps it straight. Well, doesn't keep it straight, but gets it back going. But by God
Jesse,
almighty.
usually when Leo's pitting, you go high.
Let's look back at it here real quick, see if there was contact. Looking to see if there's contact here, and there is not no contact. Just gets on the apron. Just spins it on around. A tough break for the driver of the 9. Started on pole, had a great pit stop. Or had a great race going up until then. Stephen Henning will surrender the lead. What does this do for Elijah Fisher? Well, Fisher can get back around before Stephen can get out, then by virtue, Elijah Fisher will have the lead for a little while, but you got to think new tires will eventually be coming. Stephen Hennig has not left the pits yet. And Elijah Fisher inherits the lead. And of course, since this has kind of worked out, Fisher could be possibly thinking the long run. That's really what I think he'd be thinking. He pitted 10 laps. He's on a 21 lap stint now. He pitted 10 laps before everybody else did, at least. Hell, maybe 15. Right now, I think if the driver of the 4 is doing what I think he's doing, he's trying to set himself up for potentially the end of this thing, being able to leapfrog some of the drivers. Not some of the drivers, all of them, as he pretty much just did. Right on the back, right on board with Elijah Fisher. Really working the gas too. I really think another thing he could have been doing, he was thinking of this strategy to begin with. Back what I was saying, I got caught up reading the comment section. I think really Fisher, that first stint, he wanted to see how far the tires would have gotten him. So now he's making his strategy call. But right now he's about to have a swarm of drivers on new tires coming his way, led by Colton Ward. Shane Harr, Mike Hauser, Hayden. Well, no, Hayden's about. Oh, my Lord. It did not take long for this championship hunt to get dumped on its head. Aaron Stanton, technical issues in the.
Shane, that means you can't pass me. Or
technical issues on the 27 of Aaron Stanton. The point leader came in plus 34
right, whatever you say,
to the good. And unfortunately, I think Jordan said his computer crashed or the game crashed 1 and 2. Either way, a very tough break for the driver to 27. The points leader coming into the ninth. Right now out. We're going to see if he can get it back going, but regardless, the race win is done as we got 3 wide for the lead. Colton Ward down the back straightaway, able to make quick work of the 4 with Elijah Fisher. Shade hard now to the bottom. Shades of, it really works out. Shades of Rockingham in the Cup Series between Harr and Colton Ward for possibly the rematch Colton Ward's been waiting a long time for. Unfortunately, it's with 82 to go, not for the win. Right now, Elijah Fisher trying to stop the bleeding a little bit, of course, being on older tires. He had to expect this. But right now, Hayden's 5.5 seconds back. See Fisher off the wall just a little bit, enough to cause a little spark. So right now, I mean, Fisher can ride. I mean, he ain't got nothing to really worry about at the moment. Hayden's almost 6 seconds still back. So Fisher can ride, conserve tires. We just saw Cannon go, what, 44 laps on one stint on one set of tires. Be able to keep the track position up. So really for Fisher, it's just ride, save the tires best you can. We know the pit window is 42 to 48 laps. Cannon went 44. Well, let's just see why we're alluding to Elijah Fisher's strategy so much. You see it now. Everybody from, well, it varies. some drivers from most of them 7 to 13 laps. They just made their green flag pit stops. Fisher's one of the few who have gone the longest so far. Actually has gone the longest. Pitted on lap 25. And now currently on a stint as we speak. So there you see it. So Fisher came in lap 25. Will revert back to the stint. He's on a 30 lap run right now. So it's interesting to see why the driver, I wish I had time to contact him and see why he would want to make that pit stop, because I ain't got an M-Race reporter to do it. Well, I do, but he's in the pit. Josh Henderson comes in, spending 14 laps on his first stint. So quite a developing story. Henderson back rolling out onto the racetrack. 78 to go. Right now, Shane Harr leading Colton Ward. Ward now coming with a great run down the front straightaway. Shane Harr will lead his 6 laps of the night. Running on board with the, right now, 7-time Cup winner. But tonight isn't about points no more. Tonight is simply winning. That's what tonight is about. That's what the rest of the ARCA series is going to be for Shane Harr. Unable to participate in the playoffs due to missing a certain amount of races. Hard to believe it. But really, if this means anything, this will be motivation for Shane on Monday nights. If he can win tonight, going to give him a little bit of a pep in his step going on throughout the rest of the weekend on to Monday, where he looks to go back to back.
What's up, Garrett?
What's up? Being joined by Airstand up here in the booth. Buddy, what happened from your side of things?
My game crashed. Like, it just force closed. I don't really know what happened.
Don't know what happened, but regardless, I mean, so is the motor done in the car, or is it pretty much just game over tonight?
It's game over. Like, I would be, 10 laps down by the time I rejoined, so it's just no point.
Well, buddy, I can share my screen real fast. You can help call the rest of this race if you like.
Oh, I'm back in the session.
Okay.
Now.
So Aaron Stanton joined me up here in the booth, pretty done for the race. Do you want to be a massive blow to his championship hopes? Right now through the field here, I do want to ask you a question. I'm trying to answer myself. Elijah Fisher pitted on lap 25, almost 25, 30 laps sooner than everybody else. Could you think of what the strategy would be, especially since your brother Josh Henderson just pitted 14 laps after his pit stop? Do you have any idea what the strategy could be for either driver?
I have no idea. My brother even short pitted the first stint, and we weren't in the same channel. I was just thinking to myself, like, what are you doing? You always need to run the first stint long, because otherwise you're just behind on strategy. But you have weird calls. We'll see how it works.
All right, now Fisher holding on desperately. Hayden Williams trying to close in on him. So is Jordan Jorno and Stephen Henning. Not really a whole bunch of one incident between AJ Thompson. However, Thompson, being that the rule states that a car must solo spin off a two-car contact, throw the caution, and AJ Thompson technically did not spin, just went up into the wall, about killed the car. But regardless, as Mike Hauser, internet, straighten stuff out. So Aaron, as the run went on, what were the tires starting to feel like? We talked to Josh right before he pitted, saying that he felt like that the tires just started to kick in about 30, 40 laps into the run. What was it take from your perspective?
These general tires kind of wear like next-gen tires. I don't know if you're familiar with those, but like they don't wear for the longest time, and then they just completely shut off. And like I don't know if you were watching me the first stint, but like, if you notice how like I gained so much time on my brother, like within like 5 laps, like
Thank you,
it told me like his tires were shutting off. Like, so they don't wear like normal Goodyears. They wear a little different.
And that's very bit of a shocking conclusion, really, whenever you think about it. Shane Hoare has opened up the lead on Colton Ward by just over a half a second. And again, mentioned at the top of the show, one has to thank a rematch that Colton Ward's been waiting for since Rockingham.
Oh yeah, you know Colton's back there saving. I know him. Stewart, some of the best in the business battling each other right now, so it's gonna be mind games from here on out.
So you're right on board with Colton Ward. Going down the back straightaway. These two are the biggest movers of the race so far, up 14 and 12 spots respectively. Hayden Williams in 6th, up 6 spots from where he started tonight. And really, I mean, we're looking at, I guess you could consider two of the heavyweights that Inspired has to offer. What are the differences though do you see between Colton and Shane that could give either or an advantage over the other?
Colton's just so good. They're both really good at saving, but I feel like Colton's a little bit better. I know Shane, I'm his teammate in other leagues. He kind of struggles with saving his front tires a little bit in some car track combos, so he might. This track is heavy on your front tires in these cars, so he might struggle in the long run. We'll see.
See now Jesse Glover going 3 laps down. Trying to work through Hadaway. You see Shane using his Toyota teammate as a pick, trying to open up a little bit of gap. Glover hanging right on the outside of Colton.
4-car pitting.
And Elijah Fisher will be in this time. So Fisher this time, 43 laps on this stint. So about how far Cade went as Fisher sideways through the, makes it on there better than Cade Cannon did, but so Elijah Fisher concedes, and with 65 to go, do you feel like this will give Fisher an advantage, or do you think right now Fisher's expecting a caution?
He'll come out. I can't see the relative, so I don't know exactly where he's gonna come out, but he'll be like 20 lap fresher tires somewhere behind them, so he might be able to make it work. It'll be interesting.
Ironically, Mike Hauser is in the pits after a 28 lap run. We're following Hauser now. I'll focus back in on the ensuing battle for the lead. That's now going right back to just over a half second. Colton Ward potentially saving tires at the moment. Cade Cannon 8 seconds back, trying to make up for lost time. And really right now as we run, we're seeing strategy all over the place. Do you have a favorite right now, or is it pretty much just still up in the air on who can get the job done tonight?
I just think Colton's really good at saving and stuff. I don't know. I want Shane to beat him, but Colton's hard to beat.
Well, of course, Shane Hoare, I believe, is the only person to really beat Colton straight up in a race where it's the battle for the lead. Of course, you had a great go with him at Darlington. Unfortunately, on the last lap, Colton able to get around you.
No, Gary. I beat him at Phoenix. I beat Colton at Phoenix.
Straight up, 1-2.
Yeah.
Oh well. See,
you remember that when he pitted and he had fresher tires?
I cannot remember what I did 2 weeks ago. You think I'm going to remember?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's very fair. Take it from the guy that does a broadcast just about every night. And I can't remember jack squat sometimes.
Oh, I have something to ask you after this, by the way, Garrett.
Oh,
no.
Chris,
No, it's nothing bad.
what's up, Chris Carter? How you doing tonight, buddy? Buddy helped me commentate last night for the HGR and MMS series. Great to have him in the chat from Columbus, Ohio. So right now, seven drivers still on the lead lap. really though, we're gonna look at and I'll share my screen just in case you wanna look at the overlays like I'm looking at them, just so you can get an idea of
That'll
that.
help me a lot.
Thank you, Darcy.
Well, they're not offered to do it earlier as I am. Massive lag issues for some reason. Hold on, let me cut it.
We might have to step out. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll pull up your stream.
Okay, well that works then. Holy cow. That was
That
terrible.
was bad.
Damn graphics card finally about ready to crap out on me. So we look at the pit strategy now. You might be a little ways behind here. But right now, the strategy all over the place. Mike Hauser just pit. Elijah Fisher's just pit long enough. Battle for the lead. Colton Ward all over the back of Shane Har. Ward looks to the inside. Har able to fend him off just for the moment. But multiple pit stops all over the board. Josh Henderson, 19 lap stint that he has just started. And really, it's just going to come down to who can potentially go the longest, unless Fisher and Henderson and Mike Hauser have another game plan in mind.
They might think it's gonna go green the whole way.
I wouldn't say that. At some point, there'll be one. Garrett needs a drink to bring his memory back. Well, no comment, but I might have already tried that idea once tonight. But I ain't gonna, but you didn't hear it from me. Tell him, Aaron. Right now, 55 to go. Elijah Fisher just set the fastest lap of lap 74 of a 29.565. So the 4 is coming, but he's got a lot of work to do to get back in position for a lead lap. Either that or just wait Colton and Shane out along with the rest. Cade Cannon, but James Hadaway enters the pit. Cade Cannon will go back to him. Led the opening 44 laps and then spun entering the pits. And really, how difficult is it to really get on the pit road on this track?
This track is so slippery, so like you have to enter the corner hard and get on your brakes late to like make out the optimal time entering pit lane. And like the whole time your back end is just fishtailing the whole time you're trying to break in down pit lane. That's why I've messed up a little bit my pit entry, but
Hayden off the wall hard. And that's something else I want to bring. That's about the 5th driver tonight that has really smacked the wall coming off of turn 4. Is there really any reason for that? Because it looks like they're just pushing tight.
I had my car set up really loose, so I would like it's like tracking my car chasing my car up the track more than they're like. Cade, he likes his cars more tighter, so yeah, he's probably getting tied up. But this track is just this track doesn't have a lot of grip at all, so tight or loose, right? So
Yeah. So right now, as they run, Shane Hart out in front, still withstanding the onslaught from Colton Ward. Jay Cannon 3rd, Hayden Williams 4th, Jordan 5th, Stephen Henning rounds out the drivers on the lead lap. As you see Lyota all over the place. Hang on to her, baby. I believe that was 2-car contact from anything. I don't see nothing popping up. We keep it green. Hayden capitalizing on Cannon's momentary slip up. So right now, you watch the intense battle for 3rd. And really at this point in the game, what are you trying to do? What are you thinking? What are you strategizing at this point?
well, if you're Shane Cole and you kind of already made your bed to run this stint long, really your strategy is just We haven't had a caution, right? So really the strategy hasn't really changed. You're just running the stints out long, knowing you're gonna run the stints out long, saving tire. I don't know. I don't really know what to say other than that.
I'm a bit surprised that it's gone this long, to say the least.
Stay low, Mike.
I don't know. Colton's back up to him.
Are you on 2 tires, Chris? We're debating it over at 4 right now.
No. You don't hear me? Come on, still Shane. I am dog boo-boo. 40 spitting.
As you see, a lot of damn conversation coming on from the chatter.
I have the wrong setup in the car. I did not change my wheel back.
Oh, so that's why the 60 is struggling right now. So, pretty much, every run will give you a little bit of a playoff update. Coincidentally, Shane Hart and Colt Ward are not involved in the playoffs as we stand. The highest running playoff driver as Hayden Williams is in the pits. Joyner running 4th. Kate Cannon's just ahead of him in the 3rd spot. Stephen Henning running in 5th. However,
Car, call it out, man. 21.
see what happened here.
Now watch Colton's pit entry here. I just want to show you guys how good he is at entering pit road. That's where he beats a lot of us.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Oh, he's not pitting. All right, he's gonna run it out even longer.
Give me 1
Never mind.
second. 51, this is a warning on pit road entry. I need you to call it out the next time you're entering the pits. Thank you.
No, he was good. I heard him.
I didn't hear him, so.
I didn't catch it either, though. He might have been on a different channel.
Actually, did you hear that?
84.
Let's run on board with Colton real fast here. And I want to hear something. Looking to hear something. Colton's either clutching in or either clutching in or turning the car off. 1 of the 2. You can hear it. The car goes silent. Just for the briefest of moment. Do you think Colton's trying to stretch the fuel out so he ain't got to pit for as much gas as what somebody like Shane Harwood?
For next stint, yeah. He might try to one more stop it. It's gonna be close.
44 to go.
Yeah. All he has to do is run like 1 or 2 more laps here, and he'll be good for the rest of the.
Kurt Gibson, black flag.
9 to 5, 9 to 5.
So a great day for Kurt Gibson as Colton is in this time. So a great day for Kurt Gibson running in the top 10 has just gone sour.
Killed after I hit the wall. Kind of missed Kurt.
Right now, Mike Hauser, a little bit of contact on lap 89. It's a little too high in the wall. Mike Hauser had a very eventful race tonight. Had a little bit of contact with Josh Henderson. But Cade Cannon in this time. Stephen Henning will stay out. He has led 2 laps so far tonight.
I think Colton and Cade could make it from here. I think it's Shane that's gonna have to save a little bit.
Shane Har on a 3-lap stint as we stand.
I wonder if he realizes that.
I guess it's as good as mine. Well, 42 to go right now. Stephen Henning's been the longest on this stint, but right behind him, various strategy at play. Mike Hauser on a 21-lap stint right behind him. Right behind him, Elijah Fisher on a 22-lap run. Josh Henderson on a 36. Chris Lyota on a 46-lap run. Wait, nope, Lyota's in the pits right now. So, Jesse Glover, 18 laps. So, multiple strategies coming in as Stephen Henning's on pit road. So
I heard Shane clutch. I heard Shane clutch in. So he
on-
figured it out.
Right on board with Shane Hart. We'll take a listen. Yep. But going way longer than what Colton was doing. You think Shane's clutching in longer, trying to save more? Like trying to save just a little bit more so he ain't got to do it as long as what Colton did? Because Colton had to be doing it for 3 or 4 laps straight.
Probably. He knows he has a gap on Colton from here, so he has some time to spare. Wait, he has to save 3 laps? I don't know. That's a lot.
But look at the relatives.
I don't think Colton has to save any.
Look at the relatives. Colton's cutting into it massively. See, Colton's big issue right now, I believe he's stuck between a mess of cars. He is blue car on the bottom lane. He's got Henning, Lyota, I believe Glover to get through. Nah, AJ Thompson.
This is going to be an interesting race.
This turned out to be a great one. I keep alluding to shades of rocket. Oh, AJ making him check up massively. Don't shape up to be interesting, but I do not think Shane's going to let him. Don't think Shane's really going to make it easy for him to pass. Josh Henderson in this time. Okay. So right now, 38 to go. Really, who do you think this run favors? Because we know Fisher and Hauser's going to have to pit, but do you think they could make a rally late in the race on new tires? Is that potentially the game plan?
If they pit from here, they'll be a lap down, so that'll be tough. Yeah, I don't think you can make up a whole lap.
Right.
It's just, I think right now it's just the battle between Colton and Shane.
Right now, Colton Ward stuck between 2 cars between him and Shane Har, but Colton's coming down to 1 second.
Shane's gonna have to start pushing, so hopefully he saved enough. Here's the thing though, with Shane saving, his tires, he might have a slight tire advantage. Slight.
But the way it seems, tires really became
going into 1 here.
has really became a thing. Lyota puts it in the wall.
Watch out, watch out.
And really side by side, even though it's going to be quick, it kind of helps. It helps Shane Harden being side by side and not give Colton the lane to really go. But Colton slicing through. Lyota and Steven Henning. Well, actually, let's look. We'll pull up the lap times from Shane Hard to Colton Ward. Yeah, we'll go on board with Shane Hard here. So right here, and good God Almighty, Ward. You see Colton Ward has been as high as 6/10 faster than Shane Hard, but has gradually gone down, mainly due to lap traffic error. And we're going to see what it looks like right here coming off of 4. Colton Ward 2/10 faster than Shane Hart right in the moment. So is it Colton's race to lose, or is Shane trying to save every little bit he can out of this car?
Just trying to save. Just trying to save. I don't hear him clutching in anymore, so he might be good from now.
Wow.
Unless he realizes that he needs to push. I don't know. We'll see.
This is going to be great. This time, Colton Ward faster by 9/1000ths of a second, so perhaps the 21 is done saving for right now.
Really? I don't know, man. I know I was getting tight, but I didn't think we were going to be making contact.
See what happened here. Be sure it isn't a spin.
I'm sorry, dude.
It's hard to call that one.
Yeah.
He saves it. He saves it, nonetheless. Keep it green. Let's keep it green. So we're gonna keep it green for now. If it's up for review later, we'll review it. But Jorno does save it. Does not go completely around enough to loop it around in front of the track. So we'll keep it green for the moment here.
Colton's making a move on Shane.
Here we go. Ready to go. Everybody's laying their cards on the table now. Two of the best, wouldn't you say, going at it one more time. Are you surprised that Shane's able to make this outside lane work as good as what he is?
I think Shane has slightly better tires, right? Because Shane came out of the pits and immediately started saving. Colton had to push to recatch Shane. So, and on top of that, these cars side draft like crazy, so that's helping Shane out too.
My mic muted the whole time. Just leave it like that. Good job.
So right now, Shane able to clear just for the moment. Right on board with Shane Hart one more time through this. Just seemed like that the 42 is able to get a really great run into the corner, coming off the corner. And Shane is clutching again as he's battling Ward. Ward right on the back bumper to 21. This is awesome.
What a battle!
You said what?
I said, what a battle!
What a battle, what a war.
How you hit that wall?
Damn screw came out on my chair.
Did you get banned from iRacing for wrecking in Carb Cup?
So right now you see Har immediately cutting off the front of Colton. Man.
He's got to do everything he can because I don't. With him clutching, I don't believe he has enough gas to make it.
Well, right now it does not help with Colton breathing down his neck. We're going to ask the chat the question I always like to ask. Pick if anybody wants to pick a winner. Will it be Shane Hart, Colton Ward, or will somebody from the third on back steal this win from these two with 25 laps to go? Put your picks in the comment section below right now. Aaron, you got it. I mean, I don't know who to go with. I want to go with Shane. I want to go with Ward. You see Shane still clutching in. Mike Hauser.
You notice? I noticed something about Colton. Colton's entering like a lane higher every corner than Shane. He's just trying to stay out of the dirty air. It's the little things that Colton's good at. I don't know.
Right now, I can't imagine that Mike Hauser surrenders fourth. But I got to say that right now, Colton Ward, dirty air really could be the only reason Shane Hart is keeping him behind him at this moment. Because from what I hear from several drivers, these cars, they hate dirty air.
Oh yeah, they really do. They side draft like crazy, but if you ever like enter the corner right behind somebody, you get super tight out of nowhere. So.
I just sat here. I was like, oh.
All right, now Shane has opened up the gap a little bit. However, Colton had to deal with Steven hitting just momentarily, hitting the first car one lap down. As now Colton holds the wall. Here it comes. Colton again. 22 to go. Folks, whatever you do not change the dial. Forget watching the ABC News. Forget Sports Center right now. You're not going to want to miss this. Go ahead and go grab the popcorn and the beer. Because Aaron, this is going to be a fight all the way to the end. Mike Hauser, black flag, too fast entering. So another championship twist already from tonight. Right now, if you're Stephen Henning, what do you do? Are you hoping these two are going to wreck, get your lap back, or are you trying to go out there and get your lap back?
Steve is not the type of guy that's gonna like intrude in this battle. He understands what's going on. He wants his lap back, but at the same time, he just wants the race to happen, right? So.
Something's happened. I swear I'm gonna kill these. I'm gonna kill these cats. Sorry about that, folks. Having a little bit of technical issues in my own right. What in the world? So technical issues at the moment. Aaron, you still got a copy on me?
Yeah.
Don't know what in the world's going on. All right. Hopefully we'll stay back. Get these cats on this damn street. So right now we'll focus back in on the battle at hand. We got Chris Carter. He's picking Ward. Nobody else really knows who to pick. Bobby Hadaway, get out of the way of this. Bobby Hadaway carrying, I believe he's carrying my favorite restaurant at the moment for breakfast. Waffle House.
Of course it would be Garrett.
Oh, give me a break. Look back at the time. Lap times again, and this time really they've been trading the times back and forth. Lap 117, Ward just a little bit slower. I'm just gonna say this, it might suck for you a little bit next year, but
No problem.
I believe Elijah Fisher. Not sure what happened. Oh, okay. That's what happened. Solo spinning into the pits. No caution.
Thank you, Jordan.
Of course, two-car contact. But Aaron, do you think a caution is still in the cards for tonight?
It is. A caution could always be thrown. But I kind of don't want one thrown. This is
Perfect.
This is fun. Yeah.
It's amazing these two were able to really go. Of course, Colt Ward on a four lap better tires. Ward pitted on, let's see. Actually, let's put the stint length to see when Ward did pit. Shane Hart pitted on lap 88. Colt Ward was able to go 3 laps longer, pitted on lap 91. At what point do you feel like, though, as here comes the battle, here it is. That's not what Shane Hart wanted. But Shane was able.
Shane's going to try to pin him down here. No.
Interesting.
I'm glad I can stay
Still side by side.
and watch this battle. This is awesome.
I mean, and right
Watch
now,
that battle too. What's the problem?
right now, like, man. Shane able to really fend off on the outside lane. Are you, like I said, are you a little bit surprised, especially with older tires right now? And really, does it give Cade the opportunity to maybe save, or is pretty much Cade's made his bed like the other two?
I think Cade made his bed like the other two. Him spinning down pit road was... that's unlucky. Cade was fast.
And 18 going in.
Well, Cade was very fast tonight. Right now, Colton staying right with him. 12 to go. Going to be 11 at the line. For the love of God, people, do not touch that dial. Do not change the channel. So right now, Ward come with another run.
It's being in that second position, you're at the mercy, right?
Unless you really, the only way I see it is either one, Ward needs to get just a slightly better run, enough to get side by side with the 21, and or really needs to lift early, even earlier, and try to get it through the middle. The only other option, put the bumper to him.
Nah, Colton's not gonna do that. These guys race each other way too clean.
Yeah, I just hope
See, Shane just able to,
Thanks, buddy.
Shane able to really get him on entry, but down the back straightaway off the corners, Ward has him.
Yeah, but entering the corner, that's where Colton has to back out of it because of the dirty air.
10 to go.
I do feel like Colton's slightly faster. He just can't get in the right spot.
Well,
Or
how would you be setting this up right now? How would you set this with 9 to go? How do you set this up?
What he's doing is how I would set it up too. Enter high to stay out of the dirty air, and then when you exit, you have to exit like way lower than him. You just always have to like offset yourself throughout the entire corner.
So it's almost, he's got it down there. Here it is. No, it's not. Hard.
Lucky that
Slams the
thing's
door.
careful with that bounce.
Good God. There's some. Dude, there it is. Colton Ward for the moment going to be side by side off
He's
of
gonna
4.
have that side draft off of the corner. Oh shit!
Oh, he's wide.
Oh,
Takes a very,
buddy.
very long arc.
still helped him.
Jesus almighty.
Man.
Ward back to the inside, even deeper this time.
I got scared. I was gonna kick you up.
Good God, and Shay's going to make it work.
Oh.
Woo, baby. Good God. You ain't going to find this nowhere else, I can guarantee. You can search all iRacing. You're not going to find two of the best that the league has to offer, be able to do this for 30-some laps. What did Elijah say?
Oh, you will. I'm dog.
Hey, comms, please. We're having a crazy battle up front.
Right now, Colton gives up on entry, but again, able to really. Now it seems like Ward's able to get the run off exit now. Ward to the outside, 5 to go.
Side.
Well, we'll see how Shane handles the bottom.
Let's see.
This thing has been going on for the past 38 laps. That's been going on. Ward barely to the outside.
Man.
Get up off your seats, folks. This is going to be a great run. Ward with the outside at the line. Colton Ward leads his 6 laps of the race. Shane Hars led 72. Massive side draft. What I tell you, Shay's from Rockingham in the Cup Series. They said they did it for 15 laps. This is way surpassed that. Ward clear.
Oh, got around him. See, now Shane got stuck in the dirty air and he pulled tight into the wall. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Was that the last gasp with 3 to go?
That was the last gas. That was it.
Unless Shane Hart pulls a rabbit out of the hat, it's going to be 1-1 between these two and 1-2 finishes. Of course, a few months ago, Shane Hart on the Cup side of things, able to best Colton Ward at Rockingham. And unless something massive happens, 2 to go, Colton Ward's got it wrapped up.
Thanks, man. Not really racing anybody anymore. Yeah.
Man. This is going to be one to talk about. Is this race going to be in the running for race of the year?
It is. It really is.
Well, is it Shane R probably used up his stuff a little too quick. White flag for Colt Ward with almost a second lead. And how about the top two not eligible for the playoffs, simply getting wins? And I got to tell you, if y'all
He made
think,
it pretty far. Yeah.
that this has been a great night, stay tuned for season 2 when these two go head to head for points. Colt Ward,
Crazy battle, guys. Good
Colt,
shit.
Colt Ward gets it at Nashville,
You have to watch the
but it was not easy by God.
I was thinking you actually were like still like a lap short, but I still had like 2 left.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
We'll get both of them up here. What a run.
And I will cross the line with 0.4 on gas. And I was
Go
shooting
ahead
the
and
car
get
off
Colton
right
in
after us.
here.
At the end there, I just had to try and find the high side because the inside wasn't working.
Colton Ward, Garrett
I
Jenkins,
saw
there,
that. I
stand
was
up here in the
pressed
booth. You got a
hard.
copy? You got a copy?
Hello.
God, I about said 2 words I don't need to put together. But Colton, what a run, buddy! What a run! Can you tell me about the last 38 laps? Did you feel like that you had? Do you feel like that you had the
No,
car to
Arca
beat
got
Shane
it.
Har, or was it pretty much a toss up on who would make the first mistake?
Well, before we pit, it was about 10 to go until I had to
And
pit,
I ran out of gas.
and I started kind of shutting off the engine because I wanted to make it another lap because
can't believe
I think I was gonna be good by one if I did that.
So I'm happy.
And then then I seen Shane come in like 3 laps before me. I'm like, is he even gonna make it now? So I that whole time I was thinking he was gonna at least get to like a lap short with him saving that whole run. And then I kept trying the inside to get around him. It was hard. It was tight. So I poked my nose on the outside and got around him.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. The little bit I got the race is you really could not pass on the inside. The side draft is too crazy.
And really, I do want to ask you from this aspect, me and Aaron was sitting up here talking about it. How effective was the dirty air riding behind somebody? We talk about the side draft, but how was the dirty air behind the car really a big factor?
In turn 1 it was tough because you would like drive the middle of the track and like if you just follow him, you're just gonna plow into the turn and not get the run off.
Man. Well, Colt, I'm sure me and Aaron was saying this. You and Shane Har put on another banger for tonight. Shane's a rocking ham, only just a little bit better. Aaron, you got any questions for him?
No, I think I'm good.
Well, Colton, real fast, last question. You know what's coming. Is there anybody you want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
I thank everyone for making a caution free for the last half of the race.
Yes.
Thank you for broadcasting.
Hey, no problem, buddy. Colton Ward knows tonight that it was not easy to get it done, but Colton Ward's your winner from Nashville. Appreciate your time, buddy. Let's get the other half of this equation in here. What do you say?
I'm curious what how he had to save.
Oh, it was amazing how he had to save, but we're going to get the driver. I cannot get over what we just witnessed. Shane Hard, Garrett Jenkins there, stand up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Well, you don't sound near as excited as what we've been sounding the last 30-some odd laps. Take us through. Did you know that Colt was coming, and did you feel like you had a shot at it with a 4-lap disadvantage on tire and fuel? We know it was a strategy game. Just take us through your version of the last 30 laps.
Yeah, it was. I came out of the pits. It was right around 4 seconds ahead of him, but he had saved that extra 4 laps on me, and he was able to make it on fuel. I believe he had 2 or something left when he finished. I, on the other hand, was sputtering when I crossed the line, so I had to spend that whole last stint, clutching into every single corner. And, let's just say I broke out a sweat trying. So P2 is still good. Colton just, he got us on that
Colton's-
strategy again.
Yeah, Colton's hard to beat, huh?
He is. Every week you gotta plan around him if you want to win.
And I've said it multiple times tonight. We alluded back to, I'm sure you remember it, the battle for Rockingham on the Cup side of things. Did you just feel like that maybe you were going to be able to save enough? Did you feel like that maybe you could have gotten another one over him? And I want to ask you, he said the dirty air was a massive factor being behind somebody in the side draft. What was your take on being stuck behind the car trying to get around them? It looked like it was very difficult to pass unless they made a mistake. Was that your take of things?
It was, yeah. It was really hard to pass. The bottom definitely was not working unless, you had guys on old tires and you had saved a little. But the real trick was to get to that right rear of his. And it seemed like whoever got to the right rear, the bottom car was just stalled out. So he got me at the right time there. And I think he was just playing with me back there. He says he was in a little dirty air, but yeah, he was playing with me.
You don't know what to believe in this guy. Dude wins Midnight Racing League last night and then wins tonight. Aaron, you got any questions for old Shane?
How many laps did you have to save there? I'm curious.
I was like full two or three, I think.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's weird how it came down to that to me.
I mean, it's an awesome.
I know. I wasn't expecting it at all either.
I don't think none of us was, but the incidents that were on track just did miss out being a caution thrown. So, I mean, you got drivers who don't fully spin out. Well, I know AJ went into the wall, but he didn't technically spin for say. And then you got Jordan, who was able to save it out. So it was just didn't miss the range of being caught on a caution, at least from my standpoint. I'm sure everybody's opinion is going to be wrong, but I mean, buddy, hell, a full run race. Is this sort of the things that drivers like you and Colton and several others, is this kind of in your wheelhouse? The less cautions, the better, or do you feel like for some drivers they're needing cautions to stay into it here because the strategy was off the chart tonight?
Yeah, it was. I really, honestly, could have used a caution there at the end. That would have, maybe let us battle a little bit because I feel the long run, I had one of the faster cars. So we just never really were able to get to that stage at the end and show that. So it ended up being, a fuel save race. And
one of the best battles we've ever seen on this channel.
Well, that's good. I'm glad we could do that for you guys anyway. I just want to shout out all the drivers tonight too. That was great. Everybody gave enough room, and we went caution free. So shout them guys out for an awesome race.
Yeah, it was an awesome job.
I'm sad I couldn't actually get the race. It looked fun up there.
I know. I seen that you left. Or you what happened there?
My game crashed. Like completely just crashed.
Oh no!
And by the time I was actually able to get back into the lobby, I was already like 8 laps down or something like that. I was like, whatever. I'm not even. Yeah,
not worth it. That sucks.
Well, Shane Har, buddy, a hell of a drive. The question comes: is there anybody else you want to shout out and thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, you guys up there in the booth tonight for Aaron stepping in and broadcasting tonight. Garrett, you killing it as always. Elijah for putting the league on, and my teammates over there at Toyota.
Yes, sir. Well, tonight you got both sides of the drivers making history tonight, and right now we walk into the remaining of both seasons, and in the next, keep track, folks. The score is tied 1-1 between Colton and Shane Har. Look forward to seeing the rest of the battles to come.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yes, sir. So Colton Ward avenges Rockingham. See if Cade Cannon's available. Cade Cannon, Garrett Jenkins, Aaron, stand up here in the booth. You got a copy?
I guess not.
Try this one more time, because I know this joker never turns down an interview. Kay Cannon, Garrett Jenkins, Aaron Stand up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, sir? Well, I guess not. All right, well. So I guess Kay Cannon not available for an interview tonight. So with that being said, I kind of feel like I owe a third interview, like I always do. I do. I know. I'm gonna
Interview Steven. Interview Steven. He watched the battle happen. I want to hear a Steven interview.
Okay, well we're gonna do. Well, hold on. Oh, but damn, Steven's not in here. Literally not in the Discord call. I know who I kind of want to bring up though, because I just want to ask what his strategy was throughout the whole race. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins, Aaron Stand up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Well, buddy, you've been making me work my brain cells tonight. I was trying to figure out. We saw you pit on lap 25. Were you trying to set up yourself for the end game, or what was the strategy called throughout the race for you?
I mean, I was just trying to get on an early call. I mean, I've kind of sort of done it in the past. Just figured, like, I wanted to see if I could get back out front, and then after the pit cycle, hoping for a yellow, and that didn't happen. And I mean, I was kind of just on the same strategy. I just made my first pit stint a little bit too early, and we just didn't get a yellow. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm kind of the person to really be on the wrong end of strategy. Just a lot of the time it feels like, because Atlanta tried to play the long game and that was Rex, and I don't know, it's frustrating. It's just I don't know, I figured like we'd get a caution, and that's really all I needed tonight, was just one caution in 134 laps. But field race is clean when you're banking on them. So
Well, I mean, hell, yeah, it was a great race for one shot to all the drivers. Really, it was a great race up until the end. I do want to ask you, the schedule does not get easier from here. It's only going to get more difficult. How does a night like tonight, how does that shape how you feel going into the remainder of the playoffs? As far as ARCA goes, Cup's its own beast.
well, I mean, I think this was honestly the track that I thought was going to be my weak point. I've never really had the quickest cars here, and Michigan's gonna be Michigan. I mean, I think
Michigan's going to be
we'll
awesome.
be okay as long as I don't wreck. Darlington's, I feel like I always, if I'm not towards the front, at least we're a top 5 contender. And I mean, Kansas is the best track of all time. So, I mean, we'll be okay. It's just, this was the rough one, and the Rick's cut out for us now.
Well, buddy, and I do want to ask one more question here. Everything that factored into the night, we saw drivers struggling desperately, just trying to make passes. Saw a few incidents on pit road. What do you think is the most unique aspect that playing into several drivers' hand, mainly the playoff drivers, just not you, but several others? What is it about this track that makes it difficult for drivers tonight?
It's just one groove, really. I mean, you can't run too far up the track. You get into, I guess the 4th and 5th lane, I guess we'll put it the top by the wall, and then the lane below it is just covered in tire shreds, and there's no grip up there at all. So it forces you to the bottom 3 lanes from the middle to the bottom, and that just really is just asking, you'd be good in one lane, and I don't know, I don't feel like this track has a lot of creativity, to be honest. But I guess I'm the type of person, I like to kind of veer off the regular lane and experiment and stuff. So it doesn't work into my playbook at all. All you can really do is just either back up your corner or push it in a little deeper, and that's not my style. So
All right, buddy, we're real fast. I know you anxious to get out and review a couple of things, so I'm going to ask you one more question here. Is there anybody you want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? We will like to thank you for putting on the race, because we would never have gotten that 30-lap battle that we all just witnessed. So first off, thank you to you for putting on the league. Is there anybody you want to shout out or thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours, unless Aaron's got a question.
yeah, just got to thank the man upstairs. Got to thank family, everybody for watching, you for broadcasting. I love putting on these races. Don't plan on stopping anytime soon at all. So, yeah, glad we had a good race as league owner. Very happy to hear there was a good battle. I didn't get to see none of it, so it's gonna be fun to look back at it. And
yeah, you gotta. It was like 35 laps long, just straight up like bumper to bumper battling.
Literally.
Like it was crazy.
Side by side.
Yeah.
Dude, think of Rockingham, but better. Yes.
all right,
Well,
I'll
Elijah,
check it out.
hey, got to cut it. Got to cut it. Something's going on in the back. Got to cut it. So, Elijah Fisher, congratulations on P10. Aaron Stanton, thank you for joining tonight,
Yep.
and we will see everybody Monday night. Appreciate your time.